Now, believe it or not, in the last 24 hours, I managed to queue into only one Arishem player. That's right, hell must be freezing over. Now, Cassandra's greatest strength is playing against Arishem, queuing into Arishem, oftentimes being 20 or more power. She was oftentimes 322 for myself. So what happens with this card as we move into a meta where Arishem's play rate might drastically drop? You may not run into it that much. We're going to start looking at decks where we're able to trigger her ability multiple times. And the ways that we do that are with either bouncing her with a beast, playing her on top of a Wong, or triggering her with an Odin. So we're going to take a look at today's list that actually performed extremely well for me, even though Cassandra is teched in for the Arishem matches that never happened. But even without those Arishem matches to let Cassandra Nova really shine, we still managed to keep an 85% win rate on ladder, going 12-2. Now, I've played this deck infinitely more inside of Deadpool's Diner, but unfortunately the untapped tracker does not really track that, so I can only show you the stats on ladder. But with that out of the way, let's jump into today's deck. So as I mentioned earlier, we are running 2 of the 3 ways to get those multiple triggers off our Cassandra Nova. We are running not only the Wong, but the Odin as well. And if you've been around the channel for a while, you know that I showcased this deck a while back. Safety Blade was the original creator for it. I've played it a ton, took it to Infinite a couple seasons ago, and has always been strong and performed extremely well for me. Now, let's get one thing straight. Cassandra Nova doesn't need to have her ability re-triggered to be a great card. She is going to be a 3/7 usually if you play her out on curve on turn 3, and then your opponent is going to draw those cards on turns 4, 5, and 6, and let's say they play 2 of them out. So I would say on average she's about a 3/9. That's definitely nothing to, turn your nose up at, but with the play rate of Arishem eventually going to get lower and lower, it's definitely not bad when you can trigger the Cassandra multiple times and just make her that much better. Now, originally this list had in a Nightcrawler that I removed to put in the Cassandra. You could easily take out the Echo and put the Nightcrawler in, but what I'll say right now, a deck that is very strong and very popular is this Thena mid-range deck that is now running Cassandra for those Arishem matchups, but it's also got a Darkhawk in it, an Iron Man, a Mystique. The Echo allows you to kind of save a lane and say, hey, you're not going to drop one of those bombs on me at the end of the game, because there will be times where you're only going tall in 2 lanes and not all 3. There are times when you can go tall in all 3, but Echo just kind of saves you a little bit. She also can save your Wong from a Cosmo, who I can't tell you the last time that I've seen, but she has multiple uses. But right now, definitely a strong card to have into those Thena mid-range decks because of all the ongoing. Now, moving on from Echo, we are running that Ravonna Renslayer, who's got multiple targets in this deck. You've got the Ironheart, the Sage, Cassandra Nova, even the White Tiger, that is going to make their cost just that much cheaper. Now, the cool thing about Cassandra Nova is she is a card that you're actually looking to play out on turn 3 in this deck, whereas in the past, you really didn't want to play out your Ironheart or your Sage because a lot of the times on turn 3, on curve, you're not going to have any cards out on the board to really hit, but you are just fine playing that Cassandra Nova out early, and then you can re-trigger it on the final turn to just give her a few more points by playing an Odin into her. We're also running 2 move cards for the Nomura package inside of this list, the Jeff and the Nocturne. Now, originally there were 3 move cards with the Nightcrawler that we have since removed so that we could slot in Cassandra, but what you're looking to do there is just place a single card into each lane and then buff them up with the Nomura. It's actually possible to get those single lane cards up to over 30 power. You would put a single card into 2 different lanes and then play the Wong, Nomura, and then re-trigger it all with the Odin. Just some really crazy stats. The only bad thing is there is a ton of Shang-Chi right now, so having a single massive card in the lane, you got to kind of cross your fingers sometimes that they don't draw their Shang-Chi. Then we have the Iron Lad, where just about everything in the deck is a good hit for him. And then obviously we're going to finish the deck off with that Odin, just looking to put out a bunch of on-reveal ability cards onto the board, hopefully with a Wong on there, and then just go ham with the Odin. Now, you might be asking, why run a Cassandra Nova inside of this type of list when ultimately something like a Sage or an Ironheart is going to generate more power? And yes, you'd be correct, but the threat of Arishem is definitely still out there. So when you can have a card teched in to basically just shut the door on those matches and be auto wins, you definitely want to keep it in there. And Arishem is definitely still around. Like I said, the play rate is dropping, but he's definitely still being played a ton. So Cassandra Nova is just that tech card to help you win those games a little bit more. Funny enough, the biggest Cassandra Nova I've made currently was inside of this list, not including locations, just playing out the cards that I have. Played that Wong, that Cassandra Nova, and then re-triggered it with the Odin. Got up to 79 power, just some crazy stats, and luckily it didn't get shanged. But that's enough talk. We're gonna jump into those gameplays gameplay highlights. There's going to be matches from Deadpool's Diner and from Ladder. It's going to be all in there. Hope y'all enjoy it. But as always, gang, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. I will catch y'all in the next one. Do me that favor. Click the like button. Help promote the channel and the video. If you're not subscribed, you know I'd love to have y'all around. Might as well click that button too. And I'll see you around. Yikes, you're bad. I know. I know. Well, we didn't have a decision whether we were going to let that eat or not because, you know, nothing to play turn one. This is kind of good for us if we can get it filled and then get out of there. Definitely probably want to shut the Mojo's world off. I feel like if I snap here, they leave, but, all right, so we're only gonna get one cube this game. We're gonna have the extra energy on the final turn. I've got Odin and there's no way they stay here. Okay, maybe they do stay here. I mean, I'm tempted not to play. Tempted not to play. Okay, all right. I know what they think they're gonna do. They're not gonna win the middle. Hey. I mean, this is getting full, so yeah, I should have snapped back.
Are ye worthy?
Yeah, Sage. Golly.
Victory.
Just a random 67 Sage, you know? You know, Dark Dimension might be in our favor here. Very well could be. And then the Bifrost happens. So I don't think we're doing anything sneaky now. Limbo, huh? That might be Mystique or Rock Slide. I think it's gonna come out of there though. So they got my Echo. They got my Echo. I was thinking cards came out of Dark Dimension on Bifrost, but they obviously know better than me, or... I like this a lot. I really would like to get Ironheart. At this point, we're really just playing for left and middle. I don't think there's a chance of us really winning the right. They're gonna drop like Iron Man in there. We'll move the Jeff here, and then we're just gonna... Well, I say we're gonna move the Jeff here. We may not. If we want all the tigers to come up in here. If they play Iron Man, they go to 11-22. The rest of this is going to be tigers. Let's not snap. Let's let it play out. Let's let it play out. They might have a Shang-Chi in there, but we're adding, you know, all the tigers in the world. That's not going to be a really big Cassandra, yeah. So that's what I was afraid of, was the Iron Man to the right. We can beat that though. 16, 2 tigers. So we're going to win the right, we're going to win the middle. They might Shang us. Yeah. And then there go the tigers to the middle.
Are ye worthy?
Yeah, so there was the Mystique that was played on turn 3. Shang-Chi might be up in here. And whoa! All 3 lanes. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Might be the smallest Cassandra I've seen. We'll play the Echo there just so I don't have to deal with... You'll probably hear me say it every game, so that we don't have to deal with a big Darkhawk or Iron Man Mystique or any of that nonsense. I want the +4, right? So it looks like we're gonna Cassandra Nova to the right. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So we're definitely not playing Cassandra in the middle. We don't want to get 8 up on the left side, so we'll just do this. And we do have Nocturne. If we don't draw Wong here, we can shut this off so that they're not getting, you know. Oof. That's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's even more unfortunate.
Hey man, I'm cook.
We live in a world where this is good. We could play these 2 next turn. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was afraid of. If we go here, we could do this and this. Or do we even want to shut it off? Unless I just wanted to gamble, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 triggers? You know what? I'm crazy. Oh, we might have done it. What did they play on the left? In the middle, I mean. I need the tiger to go middle. Need the tiger to go middle. Oh, we got him. They thought I was going to turn off Baxter Building with the Nocturne.
Victory.
And they couldn't play the Mystique here because of the Echo. That's why we kept the Echo over the Nightcrawler. Lucky here, you do play the 50-50 game a lot of times. Roll the dice, but we got there. Billy Crystal Enjoyer. I think I've seen it all now. I don't think it'll matter much because I planned on playing Cassandra Nova on curve anyway, but the +3 makes Ravonna not make Cassandra any cheaper. Just one thing to keep in mind. Okay, we got some sort of Loki player. Oh yeah, Snow Guard, Cable. Now hopefully that was an important card, but most of the cards in here, that's a huge hit. That's a huge hit, but what we can do, we'll Wong White Tiger. It's awful though. That's a huge hit, and I don't know what they took from me. Hopefully not my Sage or my Ironheart. I'm gonna need that. All right, so we're hitting 5 cards here.
Opponent snapped.
Hitting 5 cards here. Now we can play 2 cards next turn. Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of.
Oh, snap.
All right, so this is good. If we draw a Vibranium, we'll be able to pull it out next turn. So I'm going to put the Echo in here. All right, that's good. I think our Sage is going to wreck him here. We're going to get how many triggers? 1. Oh, let's look at this. All right. They ain't a bond now.
Gotta run, hun.
Snap.
Is that Black Cat? What the heck was that? Oh yeah, so we did get it. So how many triggers are we getting here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's done. Unfortunately, we've got priority, but it is what it is. I feel like if we split our power, we go 1 here, we just die. But maybe we ought to do this. Hopefully this isn't Shang-Chi. If it is, it's over for us. Yeah, we got him.
Forever.
Even if they had added this here, oof, they might have beat us with the Sage Vibranium here, but then we would have tied and probably won the tiebreaker. Cloning Vats may be exceptionally well for us. Or not. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. Get these to where they cost 1. Interesting. Okay. Probably actually should have played this over in here. Kind of like our chances though, if I'm being honest. We play the Cassandra right here next turn with another Jeff. We got some options here. Now they do have another red guardian. I think Luke's bar screwed him up a little bit. But between the Iron Heart and all that, they'll only be able to play that massive Red Hulk right here. A Luke Cage. Okay. I mean, I guess they could hazmat. Ajax. Don't know that it would be big enough. We can actually Wong Ironheart next turn. Never mind. Never mind. We can't do anything. I guess we're doing this and Ironheart. Do we need power here? I guess if they hazmat and move this over, they'd go to 9. So we probably do need the... Or if they move that here and hazmat, we very well may lose this to a hazmat. We may need all the Ironhearts to go over here. Well, they didn't. Well, that shut that off. Oh, we got him. If we wouldn't have got the hit on the right Jev, it would have been a tie, and then we would have went to tiebreakers. So, fairly important for the Baxter building to have it. So that might be where we want to set up Wong, Sage, and all that, if we can. If we can. Got to get the cards first. All right. Well, now they know they know I have an Odin now. Interesting. We'll do this. I mean, we can trigger it again, which will be good. All right, they may shut this off.
Oh, snap.
You know, I'm thinking about Namora. I don't think that's what we want to do, though. What could this be? Could be Wong. Ironheart's not bad.
Snap.
I think that they're going to use the Nocturne to turn this off. But we might do some juke in here. No, so they're shutting off New York. Never mind. What'd they get?
Snap.
Now we have to keep in mind that they know I have an Odin. So I think we die to Shang-Chi. And that might be what this is. Because Cassandra is going to make, you know, be Shangable range. I need this. Yeah, I needed this to go right. Yeah, so there's the Shang. I knew if they stayed, they were going to win. This can't move.
Faster, baby.
Well, you got him anyway, even with a Shang. We're gonna go ahead and play Echo out there. I think I'm actually gonna shut that off.
Opponent snapped.
I'm not too worried about it. I want to be able to shut this off though. All right. Okay. Actually, no. Because I want to trigger Ironheart and Cassandra Nova. All right, so here's what we're doing. Oh, we're doing this because we're going to send the Green Goblin back to him. Well, now we can't. Now we can't. Yeah. There we go. That's a good Nocturne. We wouldn't be able to send the Goblin back because it would have been a double trigger, so it went over there and came right back. But had it have not been Carmitage, yeah, it would have been probably pretty cool.